Have you ever thought about starting your own business? Picture this: a world where you're the captain of your own ship, an environment where every decision, every strategy, every move is made by you. A space where you get to paint your own canvas with colors of creativity, innovation, and passion. That's the entrepreneurial dream, my friends, the allure of starting your own business. Imagine the thrill of creating something from scratch, a service, a product, or an idea that has the power to change the world. A world where your vision becomes the guiding light, illuminating the path towards success. The entrepreneurial dream is about creating value, making a difference, and leaving a legacy. It's about the intoxicating freedom of being your own boss, setting your own schedule, and making your own rules. The entrepreneurial dream is about financial independence, about not having to worry about the next paycheck, about building wealth that lasts. It's about creative freedom, about not being confined to the four walls of an office or bound by a 9-to-5 routine. It's about having the liberty to think outside the box, to push boundaries, to challenge the status quo. The entrepreneurial dream is about personal growth, about learning new skills, overcoming obstacles, and becoming a better version of yourself. It's about wearing many hats, from being the CEO to the janitor, and everything in between. But just as a coin has two sides, so does entrepreneurship. The entrepreneurial dream is not just about the glitz and glamour of success, but also about the grit and grind that goes behind it. It's about the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the rejections, and the failures. It's about the uncertainty, the risk, and the fear of the unknown. In the world of entrepreneurship, there's no guaranteed success, no magic formula, no shortcuts. It's a journey that requires dedication, perseverance, and resilience. It's a path that's often lonely, challenging, and unpredictable. But the road to entrepreneurship is often paved with challenges. And that's what makes the entrepreneurial dream so appealing, so exciting, and so rewarding. After all, it's not the destination, but the journey that matters. So, what does it really take to start your own business? Well, it's not as simple as having a light bulb moment and then, voila, you're the CEO of your own company. The reality of entrepreneurship is much more complex, and it requires a great deal of dedication, resilience, and, yes, patience. Let's take a look at a case study. Jane Doe. Jane had a brilliant idea for a sustainable clothing brand. She was passionate about fashion and the environment and wanted to create a business that reflected her values. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, not quite. Jane soon discovered that starting a business was a mountain of a task. She needed to secure funding for her business, which was a challenge in itself. She had to pitch her idea to countless investors, tweaking her pitch each time to better appeal to their interests. It was an exhausting process, and there were many moments when Jane felt like giving up. Then there was the matter of developing a business plan. Jane had a vision, but translating that vision into a detailed, actionable plan was no easy feat. She needed to conduct market research, identify her target audience, establish her brand identity, and devise a marketing strategy, among other things. It was a lot to handle, and Jane often found herself working late into the night to get everything done. And let's not forget about the legal requirements. Jane had to navigate a maze of regulations and paperwork to ensure her business was legally compliant. From registering her business to understanding employment laws, there was a steep learning curve that Jane had to surmount. Through it all, Jane remained steadfast. She faced each challenge head-on, learning and growing with every hurdle she overcame. It wasn't easy, and there were many moments of doubt and uncertainty, but Jane was committed to her vision and refused to give up. As you can see, starting a business is no small feat. It's a journey filled with challenges and obstacles, but with perseverance and determination, it's a journey that can lead to incredible rewards. So, are you ready to take the plunge? One of the biggest challenges entrepreneurs face is securing funding. That's right, folks, the money matters. Let's dive into the story of Sophia, a young, ambitious entrepreneur who had a brilliant idea for a sustainable clothing line. Sophia had a vision, a detailed business plan, and an unyielding spirit. However, she needed a substantial amount of money to get her venture off the ground. She decided to explore a few sources of funding, and the first one that came to mind was a loan. She approached banks, but her lack of business history and collateral made securing a loan quite a hurdle. It's a common issue many startups face. Banks are often reluctant to lend to new businesses due to perceived risk. Sophia then considered investors. She pitched her business idea to potential venture capitalists and angel investors. It was a roller coaster ride, filled with countless meetings and presentations. But securing an investor is not a walk in the park. It requires convincing someone to believe in your idea and business model as much as you do. And let's not forget, getting an investor on board also means sharing a piece of your business pie. Another option Sophia contemplated was using her personal savings. While this method offers the most control over the business, it's also a risky move. It meant putting her own financial stability on the line. As we can see from Sophia's journey, securing funding is no easy task. It requires patience, resilience, and a bit of financial juggling. Each source of funding comes with its own set of advantages and disadvantages. Loans can offer large sums of money but come with interest and repayment obligations. Investors can provide valuable resources and guidance but at the cost of ownership. Personal savings offer control but at a high personal risk. It's a delicate balancing act, one that can make or break a new business. Entrepreneurs must carefully consider each option and choose the one that aligns best with their business plan and long-term objectives. Without adequate funding, even the best business idea can fail. So remember, while the entrepreneurial journey is exciting, securing funding is a critical step not to be overlooked. Another major challenge is developing a solid business plan. And this challenge isn't one to be taken lightly. A business plan is your roadmap, your blueprint for success. A business plan is essentially a written document detailing the present state and future vision of your company. It outlines your goals, strategies, and potential obstacles, along with solutions to overcome them. It's like a GPS for your business, guiding your operations and helping you navigate the often turbulent waters of the entrepreneurial world. Your business plan isn't just for you, though. It's also a vital tool for attracting investors. Investors want to see that you have a clear vision for your business and a strategy to make it happen. They want to see that you've thought about the challenges you might face and have plans in place to overcome them. In other words, a solid business plan can be the key to unlocking the funding you need to get your business off the ground. But let's consider what happens when a business doesn't have a well-developed plan. We can look at the case of a tech startup from the early 2000s. They had a brilliant idea for a product, a talented team, and a lot of enthusiasm. But they didn't have a solid business plan. They hadn't clearly defined their target market. They didn't have a detailed strategy for reaching that market. And they didn't have a plan for managing their finances. The result? Despite their promising start, the company struggled. They ran out of money before they could establish a foothold in the market, and ultimately, they had to close their doors. This case study isn't unique. In fact, lack of a solid business plan is one of the most common reasons why startups fail. It's a cautionary tale that underscores just how critical a business plan is. In conclusion, while crafting a solid business plan can be a daunting task, it's an essential part of the entrepreneurial journey. It helps guide your operations, attract investors, and circumvent potential pitfalls. A well-crafted business plan can be the difference between success and failure. Finally, let's talk about the legal challenges of starting a business. Venturing into the world of entrepreneurship is not just about having a great idea. It also involves navigating a labyrinth of legal requirements. Registering your business is the first legal step you'll need to take. This gives your venture a legal identity and protects your personal assets. Next, you'll need to obtain the necessary licenses and permits. These may vary depending on the nature of your business and the city, state, or country you're operating in. Do your research and make sure you're fully compliant to avoid fines or other legal troubles down the line. Then, there's understanding your tax obligations. It's not the most exciting part of running a business, but it's absolutely essential. Taxes can be complex, and the rules often change, so consider consulting with a tax professional to ensure you're meeting all your obligations. Understanding and complying with legal requirements is crucial to the survival of any business. So, how can entrepreneurs overcome these challenges? Well, it's no secret that the path to success is paved with trials and tribulations. But, with the right blend of tenacity and strategy, these obstacles can be surmounted. One way is by seeking professional advice. By enlisting the help of seasoned experts, you gain access to a wealth of experience and knowledge that can guide you through the rocky terrain of business creation. Next, conducting thorough research is paramount. Knowledge is power, and the more you understand about your market, your competition, and your own business, the better equipped you will be to make informed decisions. Lastly, remember the power of persistence. Entrepreneurship is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about weathering the storm, standing firm in the face of adversity, and never losing sight of your ultimate goal. While starting a business is undoubtedly challenging, With the right approach and mindset, these hurdles can be overcome.